Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are going to make vegan chickpea cakes. So kind of like a crab cake, but we're going to use chickpeas. So let's get right into it. First thing we're going to do is make a flax egg. This is what's going to bind it all together. I took 1 tablespoon of flax seed, preferably the ground version, and I mixed it with 3 tablespoons of water, and you just mix it up and let it sit while you're making the other ingredients. It'll get a little bit thick and it'll bind everything together. All right, next we're gonna take a can of chickpeas. So the one I have today, I bought it from Farm Boy, which is kind of like, I guess, Whole Foods or something similar to that. This one is organic chickpeas, non-GMO, and it is pretty much just water, chickpeas, and salt, which is awesome. That's the best thing that you can do is when you're getting anything canned, try to find the least ingredients. You don't wanna have all these extra crappy, chemicals in there. Just get, it's usually the actual item and water and sometimes salt just to preserve it. All right, so we have our chickpeas. I've drained them and rinsed them. So I'm just gonna put that in the bowl. And I'm just gonna get a masher. They're very soft, so you can do this yourself, but if you would prefer not to, you could throw them in a food processor just for a few seconds, just so that it's not actually mush, but at least broken down a little bit. But you can see, well, I've done this for 10 seconds already, and it's already getting mushy. So this is probably the easiest rather than having to clean the food processor. Still have to clean this, but it's really not much. All right, after all of them have been chopped, you can see there is a couple that are still whole. So I'll just make sure they're all kind of squished. All right. So now we're just gonna add in a bunch of ingredients. So I have chopped green onions. That was pretty much 1 green onion. Half of chopped red pepper. And 1 celery stalk, chopped. Then I have 1 small carrot. You can peel it, or you could chop it, but it might be crunchy, so I just used a peeler and kind of shredded it. I have a little bit of red onion. And really, you can put in whatever you want. This is just what I like and also what I had on hand. Half of an orange pepper, chopped up. And this I don't have in a bowl, but I just picked this up. I just chopped up a little bit of, what do I have? These field greens salad mix. But you could put spinach, you could put kale, like I said, whatever you really want to put in. And the flaxseed that I had, or the flax egg that I made with flaxseed. So you can see it definitely got thick. All right, the next ingredient we're going to add before we put the seasoning is to give it the fishy flavor, because this is obviously vegan or vegetarian, there's no fish. But if we take one of these little nori sheets, which is what you make sushi with, and break it up into pieces, it actually gives the fishy scent. So we're gonna break up a little bit of this. Doesn't have to be really tiny, they'll break up as you're stirring it. Or you can even cut it up into strips. So I did break it down, not very tiny, but not too bad. I just didn't feel like sitting here forever, but okay, so now we're gonna throw in the ingredients. I still haven't mixed it up yet. I'm just gonna put black pepper, a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. We got parsley. If you have fresh parsley, even better. I have dried. And then I have basil. Again, any of those things you can put fresh. Got garlic flakes. These are dried, obviously. And this is the real winner, I guess. The smoked paprika is so good. So just putting a little generous amount in here. So now we will mix it up. All right, so we're gonna mix it up with our hands, but first we're just gonna add in some breadcrumbs. So you're just gonna play it by ear and see how juicy it is. I'm putting, I guess, about 1/2 cup now. And you want it to obviously bind together because you wanna make little cakes. And I already know I'm gonna need more, I think. Well, let's see, let me try to make one and we'll see. Oops. Actually, they do kind of work, but well, let me see. You can make them balls, you can make them like, you know, kind of, I guess the ball would be like a falafel. I'm gonna make them kind of like a crab cake. So there's one. Maybe that's a little high. There we go. Kind of turned out. It looks like we only needed a half of cup of breadcrumbs. So I'm going to keep making some more, and then we're going to fry them. So obviously you can make them as big or small as you want. And these are great for an appetizer. I actually made these the first time when I was visiting my brother in Victoria, Canada. That's in BC, for anyone who's not from Canada who doesn't know that. And it's right on the coast. And they actually have their crab pots, and they caught crabs, so they made crab cakes. And I was the only vegan there, so I had to be creative and think, well, if while they're making their crab cakes for an appetizer, what am I gonna have? So I happened to have this ingredients. Yeah, look at that one, turned out great. So really you can add whatever you want. I could make them a little spicy, but I'm going to be making sriracha and vegan mayonnaise dip to dip these into. So I don't really need to make them too spicy. And actually, you know what? Now that I say that, I had half a jalapeno I could have used up too, but oh well. You just use what you got on hand, right? So I'm going to finish making these, and I'll show you when I'm ready to fry them. All right, so I have my first plate ready, so I'm just going to show you what they look like up close. So, and I'm going to fry them now. All right, so I made the dip with vegan mayonnaise and sriracha, and that's it. I'll put one more. All right, so we have the finished product. I just made the dip using vegan mayonnaise and sriracha. So let's go ahead and try one of these. So you just take one, put a little of the dip on. So tasty. Especially the dip just kicks it up. You can definitely tell there's no crab in it, but with the these nori sheets, they really do give a little bit seafood flavor-ish. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you try it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.